From the Cooperator Center in Regina, this is Max TV Local On Demand's presentation of the 2019 Living Skies Synchro Skate Invitational. I'm Dan Plaster. With me is Heather Leask. And Heather, a long but great season comes to an end tonight for a lot of teams. And tell us a little bit about a lot of work that has happened, not just on, but off the ice.
That's right. Many of these teams have been working on their program since the early fall. For many of them, this will be their final competition of the year, and we're looking forward to great performances.
And we're going to have a lot of great performances this afternoon, so let's begin with the pre-juvenile division.
Our first category this afternoon is Pre-Juvenile Synchro Free Program 2.
And now taking the ice to open up the competition from the Prairie Edge School of Skating in Moose Jaw. This is Silver Edge, and this is actually the second skate. There was a skate earlier this morning, and this is their second skate now. All teams that we're going to see, all 23 teams here during this broadcast.
And Silver Edge this morning, or this afternoon, is going to be skating to Alegria from Cirque du Soleil, which means cheerful and fun. This team competed in the Prairie Regionals in Tisdale and placed third at that competition.
So an experienced team that's take the ice. You saw the signal there. Saw on the top right, the signal that they're ready.
From Prairie Edge School of Skating, please welcome Silver Edge.
Looks like they're starting the program with a wheel element. That was a nice change of direction. They're setting up for their intersection.
I noticed how one half of the ice was one part of the music, with the natural division to the other side of the ice for the other half of the music.
Well, the judges are looking to make sure that the teams use all parts of the ice and keep their elements in both the far end and the near end of the ice.
Now, would you be smart to perform your best elements right in front of the judges?
If you're confident. They're just finishing up their line element. Two nice circles. Well done, skaters.
Very nice by the 8 skaters. Their team, Silver Edge, from Prairie Edge School of Skating in Moose Jaw. And very happy as they went off the ice. They seem to be very happy with what they did. They should be.
They should be very proud.
So we take a look right off the beginning. There's all the elements that they have to get in. There's always a certain amount of elements they have to get in during their
Yes, in the pre-juvenile category, they have to do a pivoting block, a rotating element or a circle, a line, a wheel, and an intersection.
And you saw the intersection early and the wheel near the end. So there you go. There is Silver Edge out of Moose Jaw. And now more silver. Silver Frost in the pre-juvenile division. This is out of Skate Saskatoon. Looking good in the black and purple. I hope that's purple.
This is right. Yeah. Yes, Silver Frost is skating to Disney Descendants, music from Disney Descendants movie. They are led by Coach Trish, and this team is enjoying their season and are excited to share their higher energy program with you.
This will be great. Love the smiles on the faces when... I don't know if this age is there nervous energy, or is it just, we're just going to skate?
I'd say a little bit of both. A nice intersection. This is their wheel element. You'll see the girls at the center are not joined, which increases the difficulty of this element.
Can they choose to be joined or not joined?
Yes, they can. That was a change of direction. This looks like a block with 3 lines of skaters. And into their circle.
Learning those edges, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Fantastic work from Silver Frost, the 8 skaters in the pre-juvenile category out of Skate Saskatoon. And sometimes I don't know if the smiles are bigger when they hit the ice or when they're finally leaving the ice. This was fun. And you can tell when they like the music too.
Yes, you can. These skaters seemed quite happy to be skating today.
Because they probably heard enough of this song by this time of the year.
Sometimes you do feel like that. Nice straight lines in their wheel.
And now the only open division team here at the Living Sky Synchro Skate Invitational out of Skate Saskatoon. This group of athletes, their team is called Silver Edges.
Silver Edges has been competing as a synchronized skating team for more than 15 years. This is their second year competing in the open category. They're a team of 12 skaters ranging in age from 19 to 30. Some of their members are new to the sport, while others have been on the team for over 10 years. Some of the girls are still in university, where others have careers in the community of Saskatoon. They hope to attend the Skate Canada Synchronized Skating Chips in Calgary in 2020.
Interesting note there, and you might have some, and you do have some experience with this. How do you mix both skating and career and family?
Well, I do have experience doing that, and you just have to cut out time for everything and make sure everything gets done.
But skating is the good escape, though, isn't it?
It is. It's yes, it's something that a lot of us do as something because we love it, really.
And that's what's great about synchro skate.
Yeah, it's really fun to skate as a part of a team. I think we'll notice a lot of speed in this team skating. Heading into their intersection. This is the block element. Nice jumps at the end of the block. Going into their line element. And this is a pivoting line, as you can see. Going into their circle element. Transitioning into two circles. Two of the skaters working on spread eagles in that circle. This is called an open block when there are three lines of skaters moving down the ice. In an open block like this, judges are looking for equal spacing amongst the skaters. And this is a 3-spoke wheel. You'll notice the skaters are moving their wheel down the ice as a traveling element. Well done, skaters.
And you're right, high energy and a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I noticed, how important, you said the word a couple times, transition.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the actual elements themselves, how important is the transition from element to element?
Well, the judges are looking at every element of their skating, and it's important to have smooth transitions from one element to the next. And any opportunity to show creativity or matching with the music in that point is quite important.
Sometimes the transitions might be harder.
Indeed.
It's just great to see how strong they are on their skates.
These look like they've been skating together for many years. Quite impressive to do the splits on ice.
It's funny how skaters get older, they understand the show part of it more than just the skating.
Well, that is true.
That was awesome work by the Silver Edges in the open category out of Skate Saskatoon. And now on the ice, you see the 9 great skaters. Their team is called the Ice Maidens. This is out of the Maidstone Skating Club here in Saskatchewan.
They're coached by Caitlin Salzaborzo. There are skaters from both Maidstone and Lloydminster on this team. 9 skaters on this team, and this is their 3rd year skating together in synchro. This is the first time that Maidstone has had a juvenile team, and this is their first competition of the season. Their theme is a 70s disco.
I love the variation in music because usually you feel a theme. So far, no theme, but I'm pretty sure we will later. But
it's nice to have a variety.
It is. But as, especially a newer program as this juvenile team, to grow together, that's kind of special.
Yeah, it's really exciting that we're seeing their first time competing.
As they all get to lead the way for a program in Western Saskatchewan.
They're starting off with a pass-through or intersection. Their spiral element. Nice recovery. This is their no holds block. As they make their way down the ice, the judges are looking for equal spacing amongst the skaters. Nice transition into their circle element. their pivoting block. And into their three-spoke wheel. And this is a traveling element as they're moving it down the ice.
And there are your 9 skaters from the Ice Maidens out of the Maidstone Skating Club. And thank you to them for skating for us in their first competition of the season.
Well done, skaters. That intersection was made harder because it was back-to-back. Again, their circle element.
They started to gain some confidence as the routine went on, too.
And it was very energetic music they were skating to.
So that was the Ice Maidens out of the Maidstone Skating Club in the juvenile division. And here is the second team in the juvenile division. This from Saskatoon and Skate Saskatoon. These are 11 skaters called Shattered Ice.
And Shattered Ice is coached by Trish Bobbert. They're from ages 9 to 13. The team competes not only in synchro, but also as competitive and star figure skaters individually. They represent girls in sports that include baseball, basketball, volleyball, cross country, horse jumping, not to mention the team's artists and accomplished musicians.
A talented group of athletes on the ice.
A busy group of athletes.
A busy group of parents as well.
Indeed. Starting off with a triangle pass through. And they did twizzles through that pass through, which increases the difficulty. Coming together for their block element. Into their circle. And their spiral. And their open block. You can see in their block the formations change as skaters change places. into the wheel element. In this element, the judges are looking that the spokes of the wheel remain equal distance apart. And they're increasing the difficulty by traveling down the ice as they rotate.
You can almost tell they were extra careful on that move when they rejoined. Great stuff out of Skate Saskatoon and Shattered Ice.
That was a great skate for Shattered Ice.
Very good. And you can tell they have been working together a while on that.
I'm sure their coach is very pleased.
Now, you mentioned in the bio there, being a multi-sport athlete, does that help more than just being a skater itself? Or is that up for debate? Like, do you
Well, I have heard that people that are involved in multiple sports, it increases their skill in every sport.
I guess team-wise, they're used to working as a team, and they probably have their friends in the other sports as well.
But I'm sure their best friends are on the ice.
But you could tell it worked. I mean, this was fantastic.
A look at the spiral element, which is required for the juvenile level.
That was very upbeat and very confident.
That's something the judges are looking for, that skaters skate their program with confidence.
And you can tell when there's that question, get that little bit of a drifting look. They don't know what's going on. You can tell.
You have to keep smiling, though.
And there you have it. That is out of Skate Saskatoon, Shattered Ice in the juvenile category. And now we begin the largest category of this competition, and this would be the Adult 2 division. There are 6 teams in this division, and starting things off out of Skate Virden, this is the Virden Velocity. And one thing I noticed, a lot more skaters on the ice.
Yeah, this team has 13 skaters. They come together to practice once a week from communities across Western Manitoba. They're representing Skate Virden at their first competition of the season. Most of these ladies are returning to the discipline of synchronized skating and are enjoying their time together this season.
And that last line is probably the most important.
That's true.
Yeah, if you're traveling that much, you better enjoy your time. And this looks very Breakfast at Tiffany's to me, with the black dress and pearls.
I'm interested to see what their music selection will be.
So as they are just loosening up, what is the Adult 2 division?
So the Adult 2 category requires at least 75% of the skaters to have reached the age of 25 as of July 1st preceding the competition. They will have a choice of a line or rotating element, such as a pivoting block or a traveling wheel, a choice of an intersection or mixed element, a circle, a creative element, and a mixed element.
So we're going to see a lot of fun stuff in this category, and here is the Virden Velocity.
Starting off with a line element. Nice flow and speed. Going into their triangle intersection. They've twizzled nicely through that intersection. This is their creative element. Into a 3-spoke wheel. Change of position. Into their block. Well done, ladies.
Very well done. And there you have the Verdon Velocity. As, again, like we've said before, we have the pleasure of seeing them in their first competition.
And it's nice that they were able to make the trip from Manitoba.
Yes, they were very efficient getting in all the elements they needed to.
As is suggested by the name of their of the sport, they did have very nice synchronization. You can tell that they've been practicing a lot together.
Yeah, that seems more than once a week of practice to me.
It's amazing what you can do when you're focused.
There you have it. That is the Verdon Velocity. And now on the ice, 8 skaters from the Moose Jaw Skating Club that make up Ice Effects.
And Ice Effects is coached by Sherry Weeb and Tessa Bourgeot, and they are presenting today The Greatest Showman. The team has had a very successful inaugural season with the Moose Jaw Skating Club, placing 3rd overall at Prairie Regional Synchronized Skating Championship in February. The team attends 3 competitions per season, which include Alberta, Manitoba, as well as here in Saskatchewan.
So a very busy team.
Indeed. They must like to travel.
Even the public address announcer's eager to get going. So he apologizes to the judges, and now we're ready to go. This should be fun.
Nice straight lines in their wheel. their pivoting block. Again, in a block, the judges are looking for an equal distance between the lines. Into their intersection. Nicely done. And into their line element. These ladies look like they're having a lot of fun. Finishing off with lovely spins and spirals.
And a great finish, you're right. As they finish with a flourish, as that is the Moose Jaw Skating Club, and their team is Ice Effects. Team, yes, that they did enjoy themselves. There's a little different element with 8, so obviously a huge difference with the 8 as opposed to the 13 skaters.
Yes, it's true. It can be trickier to do a wheel, for example. It would be hard to do 4 spokes in a wheel. But they did a good job with 3 spokes.
So strong work and strong finish by Ice Effects out of the Moose Jaw Skating Club. Now on the ice, your third team in the Adult 2 division. These are the Ice Maidens out of the Maidstone Skating Club. As they're getting their warm-up in, waiting for the judges to finish the second team judging.
Another team coached by Caitlin Salzo-Borzel, and these skaters are again from Maidstone and Lloydminster, 11 skaters with very synchro experience. This is the first team that Maidstone has had an adult team, and this is their first competition of the season. Their theme is Warriors with music from Game of Thrones, sorry. Starting up with their intersection. And a quick transition into their block element. They are doing a no-hold circle, which is a lot trickier than a circle where skaters are joined. Change of direction. And they change from one circle to two circles. This would be their mixed element with the wheel, spirals, Ina Bowers. Into their three-spoke wheel. And this is a traveling element. As you can see, they're moving it down the ice.
And there are the Ice Maidens from the Maids Stone Skating Club in their first competition of the season and their second skate today, and they enjoyed themselves in the ice.
I really felt this team skated with confidence.
You could tell when they skated off, they're like, yep, we did that. The Ice Maidens using the Game of Thrones music. That was your third team here in a very packed division. Still three more to come. As you see the rest of the replay for the Ice Maidens. And now getting together. This is the first time in this broadcast that we've seen the Regina Synchronized Skating Team, a team from that club, hit the ice. Here's the host team, and this is called Virtuoso.
Yes, many skaters on this team are also involved in putting this competition on. There are actually 13 skaters on this team and 2 awesome spares. These ladies continue to enjoy getting together and competing. Prior to Living Skies, this team has attended 2 competitions, the Calgary Rose Ball and the Prairie Regionals in Tisdale. This season, they are skating to a Latin Samba themed program, coached by Janice Johnson and Trisha Goffin.
And it's always fun to skate in front of the hometown crowd, isn't it?
It sure is.
They are looking for a really good skate here this afternoon.
They're starting off strong with a lot of speed. Going into the block element. Nice pivot. And they're transitioning into their intersection. Nicely done. This is the line element. They transition from one line to two lines. Skaters are transitioning now into their creative element. You can see this team really enjoys their music.
And this has a lot of pace to it.
Quick feet. Nicely done, Virtuoso.
Crowd loved it, and you could tell they liked it a lot more too, as they had a lot of fun and a lot of smiles coming off the ice. Virtuoso from the Regina Synchronized Skating Team.
I think that skate went exactly as they would have hoped. Everyone started off with big smiles.
It almost felt like halfway through the confidence started to build a little more and a little more.
You do become more relaxed after each successful element.
So Virtuoso with a super skate. That's in the Adult 2 division. Now here we have on the ice from Skate Saskatoon, and this is called Diamond Revolution, as we have 11 skaters from the Skate Saskatoon Club, as we said, in a packed Adult 2 division, ready to put on a show here for the folks.
This will be likely the final competition skate of the season for this team. I'm sure they're looking for a strong performance.
And now, Skate Saskatoon, please welcome the Diamond Revolution.
A nice sit spin to start off their creative element. And straight into their block. You can see they're really getting into their music. Moving down the ice with their traveling wheel.
I also like this because a lot of the cheers are the younger skaters cheering on their coaches.
Or their parents.
Or the parents. Very awesome. Where awkward skate boyfriends have turned into confident skate husbands.
Nicely done intersection. A different arm hold on their line. That's nice to see. And this is their mixed element into a circle.
They really enjoyed themselves during that routine.
They sure did. Nicely done, skaters.
Nicely done by Diamond Revolution out of Skate Saskatoon. A lot of smiles coming off the ice, high fives, and you know what? Deserved all around.
All of the adult teams are skating with a lot of speed.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of confidence all around on all of them. I guess with the second skate of the day, a little bit more confidence starts to build.
Yes, especially if you had a good first skate.
Or if you didn't, you want to have a great second skate.
That's true.
And this was a very good second skate by Diamond Revolution out of Skate Saskatoon. And now taking their warm-ups, and this is the first time out of the Calgary Synchronized Skating Club we get to see their first team on the ice, and this is Black Gold. And they're going through their last little bit of mental and physical preparation, and they had a very good first skate earlier this morning here at the Cooperators Arena at the Living Sky Synchro Skate Invitational. Lots of great sponsors and volunteers have helped to put this together, and it's more than just the skaters on the ice, isn't it?
It sure is. A committee works for many months in preparing this competition, and we're really appreciative of all the community members that help out. This will be Black Gold's final competitive skate of the season.
As they acknowledge the crowd and they're ready to go.
Nice spread eagles to start off. And zit spins. Side-by-side circles in their mixed element. Nice speed in their pivoting block. Going into the triangle intersection. Nicely done. Nice extension in their line element. Their four spoke, which they're moving down the ice. Strong finish for Black Gold.
Awesome stuff. Out of the Calgary Synchronized Skating Club, like you said, Black Gold, and they finish off the Adult 2 division here at the Living Skies Synchro Skate Invitational. They too very happy coming off the ice.
I'm sure they'll be quite pleased with that skate.
This was a great group of skaters, top to bottom in this Adult 2 division.
Yes, it was an exciting category to watch.
Incredibly competitive by some great athletes.
You can see these skaters looked very determined during the program.
It was all finished off by this routine by Black Gold out of the Calgary Synchronized Skating Club. As you can tell, folks, there's been a nice fresh flood to get ready for the next division, and this is the pre-novice division. And to kick things off for us here at the Living Sky Synchro Skate Invitational, out of the Prairie Edge School of Skating from Moose Jaw, this is Rhythmic Edge.
And Rhythmic Edge is coached by Aaron Foster. Their manager is Tracy Ferguson. They're skating to music from selections of The Greatest Showman. They competed at Rose Bowl in Calgary as well as Prairie Regionals in Tisdale, increasing their total score by 5 points between competitions.
Steady improvement throughout the year.
That's right. After a competition, each team gets a report card from the judges, so the coaches and the team know what they need to work on.
And this pre-novice division has 4 teams. And these athletes get to kick things off in the pre-novice division. And what are we looking for here in this pre-novice division with the Rhythmic Edge starting things off?
We're looking for a pivoting block, a traveling wheel, an intersection, a no-hold step sequence.
Which is?
Sort of what they're doing right here.
Okay.
A step sequence where they're skating individually, but also as a group.
There you go. I have impeccable timing sometimes. So thank you, Rhythmic Edge, for bailing me out.
There's a lot of variation in their block. Nice flow as they go into their wheel. They're setting up for their intersection. On an intersection, the judges are looking for the same formation going into the intersection as exiting the intersection. A pivoting line as they come down the ice. A nice spiral element. Their mixed creative element. Nicely skated, Rhythmic Edge.
Yeah, very vibrant, confident start here to this pre-novice division. What's the age group of...
Pre-novice must not have reached the age of 18 as of July preceding the competition. So they're skaters between the ages of 12 and 18.
So very well done by the Rhythmic Edge to start off this pre-novice division of 4 teams. So it'll be a very competitive division.
Each team hoping for a medal.
As all 4 teams will hail from Saskatchewan, as we had the Prairie Edge School of Skating kicking things off out of Moose Jaw. And now here is the Outlook Skating Club. And this team is called Fire on Ice. That is currently on the ice and warming up. The second team here in the pre-novice division.
Fire on Ice is coached by Holly Inverarity, choreographed by Nina Evans, and managed by Vanessa Dillon. They're lucky girls to have so many people working with them. The team is skating to Megan Trainor and was able to compete at the Prairie Regionals for the first time this season. The team has skaters from 2 different clubs, and they get together once a week to practice.
So this will be fun to watch with a bunch of experienced skaters that don't get to see each other that much.
That's true, and I'm sure they'll enjoy their music. Starting off with a back-to-back pass-through. This is the block element. In every category, judges are looking for strong skating skills.
Are they looking for a little bit of individual skating skill within
Well, you don't want to be the individual that makes a mistake. A nice traveling three-spoke. This is their no holds block. Some spread eagles and spirals in their creative element. Their circle element.
There you have it from the Outlook Skating Club, Fire on Ice.
A great start to the pre-novice division.
Very good. Yeah, both those first two teams, both upbeat too. You can tell by the smile on your face.
That's a nice review of their intersection.
See Fire on Ice finishing off their routine out of the Outlook Skating Club. And now up from Skate Saskatoon, as you see 9 athletes on the ice. And their team here in the pre-novice division is called Slick Ice. Here are the third of 4 teams within the pre-novice division.
And Slick Ice has had a great season thus far, and they've competed at the Rose Bowl competition in Calgary, then in Tisdale at the Prairie Regionals, where they placed first overall in their category. The theme of their program this season is Supermodel, so they're skating to pieces from Madonna's Vogue and RuPaul's CoverGirl. They have a lot of fun and have had many laughs throughout the season and have become good friends as well as teammates. Skaters on this team range from 14 to 16 years. They skate out of Saskatoon and are coached by Patricia Bobbert.
So they've had themselves a pretty good season.
I would say.
And looking to cap it off here in Regina.
A nicely done creative element. Their pivoting block. This team seems to have nice speed. Nice spacing in their open block. into a traveling 3-spoke. Coming down the ice with their line element. Triangle pass through.
Slick ice out of Skate Saskatoon, showing why they've had themselves a pretty good year with that routine. You can tell they have this one down pat, don't they?
They really do. They skate this program with a lot of speed and confidence.
Probably one of the last times they'll be able to skate it.
I would imagine. After competitive season, sometimes synchronized skating teams are asked to skate at different skating carnivals throughout the province, and which is a nice chance to perform the program without the pressure of competition.
They did very well. Slick ice out of Skate Saskatoon, and to finish off the pre-novice division here at the Living Skies Synchro Skate Invitational. Out of the Regina synchronized skating teams, Infinity, as they get a chance to skate in front of the hometown folks.
Infinity is comprised of 9 skaters ranging in age from 12 to 17. They also have 2 unofficial spares who train with the team and help out at practice. Infinity is coached by Janice Johnson and Trisha Goffin. Prior to Living Skies, they competed in Calgary at the Rose Bowl and Tisdale at Prairie Regionals. The girls have been working very hard and look forward to sharing their hip-hop themed program with you.
You can always tell what kind of energy it's going to be with what they're wearing when they come on the ice. I knew this had a little bit of a different feel to it. As now they get to finish off this pre-novice division. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Infinity.
You can see these skaters are really committed to the theme of the program. Nice spacing on their pivoting no-hold block. The traveling 2-spoke wheel. Building up speed as they go into their spirals. Preparing for their intersection. These girls really look like they're having fun with the program.
They have bought in 100% into it. I think they like where they can have a little bit of attitude.
I think they do.
And that was a fantastic way to finish off this pre-novice division. Regina synchronized skating teams Infinity as they come off the ice.
Skate, 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 let's go. A popular cheer amongst synchronized skating teams.
You've heard it a lot, have you?
Many times.
And you've said it a lot.
Many times.
And that's what they did.
Again, they're two-spoke and spirals.
So great job by Infinity, the last of the 4 teams in the pre-novice division. Other clubs represented: Skate Saskatoon, Outlook Skating Club, and the Prairie Edge School of Skating. And now we've switched divisions into the Adults 3 category. And again, we have another team for the Regina synchronized skating teams. Here is Edge. Tell us a little bit about Edge.
Edge is a competitive team that skates in the Adult 3 category, as you mentioned. There are 9 skaters on this team with varied synchro skating experience. Edge has a lot of fun training on and off the ice. This team has competed in Calgary at Rose Bowl and Tisdale at Prairie Regional so far this year. Edge's program is skated to the song Sing, performed by Pentatonics, an upbeat and fun number reminding us of the joy and energy that music brings to our lives. The team is coached by Trisha Goffin and Janice Johnson.
As they're getting a little bit of time here to await the judges as they switch things up judge-wise from one division to the other. And tell us a little bit about the Adult 3 category, as we've already heard the very large Adult 2 category earlier in this competition.
So Adult 3, they are going to be performing 5 elements in the program. A pivoting block, a rotating circle, a line, a rotating, obviously rotating wheel, a wheel element, and 1 intersection element.
And the Adult 3 category shows you can skate and have fun forever.
That's right.
So folks, if you skated before at a high level or decently high level, come on out.
We've even had skaters on Adult 3 that were really just learning to skate for the first time, and it's amazing the progress you can make over the course of a season.
Really?
Really.
That's awesome. Whoever did that, good for you, because that is daunting as heck.
They're all smiles to start off today. coming together for their intersection. And their 2-spoke, switching into a 3-spoke. A quick transition into the block element. Into their circle. Transitioning into 2 circles. And a nice finish to Edge's competitive season.
A very nice finish, as you said, Edge, for the Regina synchronized skating teams. And they like skating with each other.
They sure do. Most of the skaters on this team have been together for a long time.
Is it almost like a second home on the ice?
I think so.
A little bit of relief and a little bit of sadness to have the season over.
That is the feeling at the final competition of the year.
And they finished it off strong in the Adult 3 division. There's Edge from the Regina synchronized skating teams. Another fresh flood and another fresh category. Here is the Beginner 2 division. Here at the Living Skies Synchro Skate Invitational. We're going to get a little bit of a mix of everything as we finish off the last 7 routines of this competition. As right now in this Beginner 2 division, out of Skate Saskatoon, this team is called the Saskatoon Snowflakes. Very appropriate, as they get to finish their season here, making the trip down to Regina. All smiles across the 8 skaters. This is the 6th Saskatoon, Skate Saskatoon team in this competition, as they have had skaters almost in every division, but for such a large skate club, that's probably not a surprise.
These skaters are one of the youngest teams of the competition, and they look like they're excited to get going. Starting off with the circle. Little hops to change direction. And partners as they pick up speed going down the ice. Nicely done with their block.
bringing their line down the ice. Going into a two-spoke formation. Keeping an eye on one another as they line up their intersection. Finishing up with nice two-foot spins.
Some of them finish with a flourish, too. I think they are super happy to finish off that routine in the lone competitors in the Beginner 2 division. As we get to see a lot of what the Saskatoon Snowflakes did out of the Skate Saskatoon Club.
Their dresses really look nice against the ice. Pick up a lot of light.
Some of them have a conversation during the routine. You know you have it down pat when you can discuss things within the... That was fun. And now we move to another category as you can tell just by the sheer size of their athletes that are on the ice. This is called the Beginner 1 division. And to help start things off for us, this is the Maidstone Skating Club representatives, the Maidstone Ice Maidens.
Yes, Beginner 1 will be the youngest skaters of this competition. And Beginner 1 Main Maidstone is coached by Caitlin Salzaborzo. The team consists of 8 skaters in Camp Skate Level 3, 2 Star Skate 1. For 2 of the girls, this is their 3rd year skating synchro, and the other 6, this is their very 1st year skating synchro, and this is their first competition of the season. And as we hear, they're skating to Frozen.
Awesome.
It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me.
Picking up speed with their block. Fall is no big deal as long as you quickly get back into formation, with which both skaters did without a problem. A nice circle. Change of direction. A great skate by the skaters from Maidstone.
Those are your Maidstone Ice Maidens. As I think everybody loves to see when you see this age group on the ice.
I just always think, oh, they're so little. And they're really doing quite a lot for their age.
Is this where you see the most improvement? Is in this beginner division, or is it another?
Oh, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if certain skaters in this division started skating at the beginning of the season. Maybe even hadn't been on the ice prior to.
And now on the ice, that was the Maidstone Ice Maidens out of the Maidstone Skating Club. Here out of the Outlook Skating Club. This is Outlook with an Edge here in the beginning one division.
Outlook with an Edge is coached by Holly Inverarity and managed by Sarah Summerfield. This year, the team is skating to a disco theme and have performed in Outlook and competed in Saskatoon last weekend at the Winter Classic.
They're getting all their travel in March. So what is the beginner one? Beginner one is obviously the beginner one.
Beginner one is where it all starts. That was a nice transition into their line element. Coming back across the ice. I believe they're setting up their pass through. Lots of smiles as they go into their block element. And into the circle. Going from forward skating to backward skating.
Fun stuff from Outlook with an Edge from the Outlook Skating Club. They're pretty good for beginner one.
Indeed, those girls looked like they had a lot of fun.
See all the different elements that they got in, as they had a lot of fun with their routine, and that was the second of two teams in the beginner one division. That was Outlook with an Edge from the Outlook Skating Club. And we are going to stick with the great town of Outlook. And this is the Outlook Edge as we now finish with our final division of the Living Skies Synchro Skate Invitational. This is the elementary division. This is Outlook Edge, not with an edge, just Edge here in the elementary division.
And Outlook Edge is again coached by Holly Inverarity and managed by Tasha Sparks. This year's theme is rock and roll and has skaters from 2 different clubs on the team. The skaters have previously performed at a senior hockey game, and they competed it again last weekend in Saskatoon at the Winter Classic.
That's awesome when the community gets involved like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Lots of speed in the wheel. They're preparing for their pass through. Two lines forming into one line. A nice lineup with their block. The centers stayed nice and tight for their three-spoke. Transitioning into a two-spoke.
Something a little different, but still a lot of fun. From the Outlook Edge out of the Outlook Skating Club, as they had the pleasure to start off the elementary division.
Those skaters sure looked like they enjoyed themselves out there.
You don't get the chance to listen to a lot of rock music when you're viewing figure skating.
No,
Or even
it's not
synchro
often.
skating.
It's not often the choice.
But they made it work well with the costumes.
They did.
As it was awesome work by Outlook Edge, by the Outlook Skating Club.
And you can see these skaters really enjoy performing together.
A lot of hard work all season. Got a chance to finish off here in Regina. And speaking of Regina, here is Regina Synchronized Skating Team's elementary division team called Harmony, as they're about to take the ice. The second of four teams in the elementary division.
This year, Harmony consists of 11 skaters. They range in age from 8 to 12 years old. They attended 2 competitions this season, one being regionals in Tisdale, where they placed gold in their category. The second being today, Living Skies, where they hope to have a successful outcome as well. The program they are skating to is a salsa.
So we go from rock and roll to salsa. And that's what's great about this, because you get to see a little bit of everything.
They're coached by Amy Ripplinger and Trisha Hines.
As here they go, we get to see their gold medal performance from regionals.
A nice start with their wheel. The centers are staying nice and close. Their lines are straight. A nice intersection from these ladies. Bringing the program down the ice with their line element, transitioning from one line to two. Into their circle. Transitioning to two circles.
Happy times for Harmony and their 10 skaters in the Regina Synchronized Skating Teams Club here. Living Skies Invitational. As they make their way off the ice after what has to be a pretty good year for them.
I'm sure they were thrilled with their performance at regionals, and they should be very satisfied with the performance here again in Regina.
As you see all the elements they got in for the elementary division. A solid group of skaters across the board, as we have 3 provinces represented in this division. We had Outlook Skating Club and then the Regina Synchronized Skating Teams. Here we see the Calgary Synchronized Skating Club, and we'll finish off with Skate Verdant. So
we hear lots of support from the crowd for Black Gold from Calgary today.
That's for sure, as this is the second of 2 teams that have made the trip from Calgary here to Regina. The other one was in the Adult 2 category, the Black Gold team. So now we get to see what this version of Black Gold has in store as they take their warm-ups for the third of four teams competing in this division. This is a big group of skaters.
There sure are. I suppose coming from Calgary, they have many to choose from.
Yes. And if you're going to make the trip to Regina, bring your big teams, so you need the one bus. That's also always a thrill, your first team trip.
Yeah. Lots of fun on the buses. Lots of movies, snacks, giggling with your friends. Change of direction in their circle. Four lines in their block. A nice transition into their four-spoke. And their intersection. And another intersection in a different formation. Lots of excitement as their line comes down the ice. And a strong finish for Black Gold.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that was a fun finish for the young athletes out of the Calgary Synchronized Skating Club. And the 13 skaters that make up the team of Black Gold in the elementary division. And that was a very good program by them.
It sure was. We're seeing a look at their block, their circle.
And some fantastic elements put together by Black Gold here in the elementary division. And now we get to finish things off with some of the most dynamic costumes you will see in this competition. I was going to say incredible, but that's too easy.
They don't leave any doubt to their theme.
As this is out of Skate Verdun, the Verdun Velocity Elementary in the elementary division. And
This team of 16 skaters have represented Skate Verdun at competitions in Manitoba and Saskatchewan this season. They're thoroughly enjoying performing their incredible superhero program this year.
so if you're familiar with The Incredibles 1 or 2, you will instantly know the song once it starts. So this is going to be a lot of fun, everybody.
Setting up for their intersection. Four lines in their block as they move down the ice. Really playing with the theme of their program. Their circle element going from one circle to two circles. Nice four spoke.
and a fun program
It was super.
to finish things off here. And the obvious Incredibles theme with the Verdon Velocity Elementary group from Skate Verdon as they made the trip here to Regina. And you're right, they held true to the theme. They had a lot of fun to finish things off here. Did you have fun today?
I sure did. Did you enjoy the skating?
I had fun. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th year doing it, and I always enjoy coming back for more.
As do I.
Awesome.
I've been around this competition for a long time as well.
So, hope you enjoyed the presentation of the 2019 Living Skies Synchro Skate Invitational. But again, great work by the skaters, the coaches, the volunteers, not just now, but all weekend as well. And so, for the broadcast crew and for Heather Lease, I'm Dan Foster. Thanks for watching here on Max TV, Local on Demand.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on Max TV Local on Demand, write us at max.local@sasktel.com.